Hello dear, this is Esther James from NTR TV, and today we are bringing to you a special guest all the way from Cameroon, and this program is a special report. Stay tuned and don't go anywhere as we have a businessman who visited Turkey. So Turkey welcomed one of us, and he will be here to tell us his experience, what his company is all about, the business benefits that he has seen in Turkey, and how the African market will benefit from it. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome Mr. Roland Nkemasong, all the way from Douala, Cameroon. Cameroon people, stay tuned. Yours is here in the studio. Welcome to the program and welcome to NTR TV, sir.
Thank you, Esther, and good evening or good day to all our viewers.
Thank you so much. What brought you to our wonderful country, Turkey?
You said it already, business. Business. We believe that Turkey is a land of opportunities and that it has wonderful opportunities for Africa. So I've been here for some time now, trying to see how we could work and develop projects and businesses and fundings for companies right down in Africa.
Yes, sir. From your profile, sir, I can see that you are the special technical advisor to the CEO of Agent Enterprise in Douala in Cameroon. Yes. Can you tell us more about this company?
Yes. Agent is an industrial company which has a cement factory right down in Douala in the port zone of Cameroon, and a very ambitious country. And Agent is a very ambitious company, and which wants to go into mining and all the things. So our presence here today with the Patriarch is to profit from this Exim Bank program that has been put in place to see that we develop the company at the rate that corresponds to the ambitions of the CEO. So it is a company basically today which is in cement production, and you know how competitive that industry can be.
Of course, sir. You said cement, so you coming to Turkey, it means you're trying to supply another brand of cement, or you produce this cement locally in Cameroon?
Oh, sure. You know, today the development model of Africa consists in being able to bring up programs and bring up industries locally. So our presence in Turkey is to be able to have the adequate support, to be able to have raw material, to be able to have the equipment and the necessary funding or financial program that can assist the setting up and expansion of this industry.
Yeah, actually, personally, for me, being in Turkey for a very long time, especially now that the business relationship between Turkey and Africa is really massive. As you know, the last time the president visited African country, so I strongly believe that you will get the products and materials that your company needed for a quality production in Turkey.
Oh, sure. We are very confident about it. And one of the things that we enjoy in our relationship with Turkey is the win-win mentality they have. When you do business partnership and then you don't have the impression that the other person is trying to exploit you, but that even if the person benefits from what you're doing, but the person is fair in the way he treats you, you feel good about it. And that's why we are trying to focus on developing more bilateral relationship with Turkey. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so glad about what Patriarch is doing and about this Exim Bank program that I believe a lot of African countries and companies have need of.
Yeah, you talk about relationship, you talk about acceptance. How did you feel? Because I know most people from Africa, they feel like, Turkey, it's not, it's just like this. Well, how was your experience when you came to Turkey with the acceptance of the culture and the people?
You see, cumulatively to what I'm doing with Agent, I am working with Lion Invest Agency, where I lead as in the business development sector and vice president. So it has given me the opportunity to visit a lot of African nations and project carriers. And today, I can tell you and assure you that I find thirsty people around Africa whom Turkey can quench their thirst. People are eager. People have been disappointed by all the kind of relationship that they had tried to put in place. And And today, what I can tell them is really is that let them give it a try. Let them give a try to some of these programs. I was in the last summit that Turkey organized, Business Forum, Africa, Turkey.
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw
in Istanbul, right?
Yeah, in Istanbul. And the head of state was there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I saw this massive crowd from Africa, head of governments, ministers of trade, industries, and companies. And you could really see that people are looking for solutions. One of the things that marks me here is the hospitality. And I want to seize the opportunity to thank all of you guys for how welcoming you are and how nice you guys are towards us. And to also tell the people that it's not only a hospitable place, but it's a place which is friendly for business. Let them give a try.
Yeah, especially, have you tried our kebab? The Turkish kebab. Don't come to Turkey and go back without eating Turkish kebab.
When it comes to that, if you are an African, you will not feel hungry in Turkey because they have delicious meals.
When it comes to meat, also have abundantly around.
I was just asking my host when we were taking lunch or dinner yesterday, that I don't understand, why is it that the Turkish people eat well, but they are not fat? Most of them look, of normal build or slim.
Yeah.
And I think it's because their food is so nice that they digest it all together, and then they have some of these drinks, tea, coffee all the time.
They trek a lot. In Africa, we want to use Okada, we want to use tricycle, we need a car. We don't want to trek at all. Yeah. You talk about, as the vice president of Lion Invest.
Yes.
What is it about? Is it an agency, or do you advise other companies in Cameroon?
It is a company which is specialized in developing financial solutions
for the locals.
Exactly, African business promoters and even governments who need financial solutions. So I'm heading some operations in Nigeria, Cameroon, and some other African countries where the people have very viable projects, good projects that can be economically profitable to the society, but they lack the finances. Yeah. And so we are there to be able to help them access some of these funds or access some of these solutions. Sometimes it's not just money. It could be equipment, it could be raw material. It could even be
advice services.
Exactly. So we are there to see that we accompany business carriers, governments, and other people to make sure that they have viable financial, technical, and business support.
Yeah, thank you so much, and I'm so happy to have you in this platform today.
Our
viewers, NTR TV broadcast over 42 African countries. Super. Which we have a massive viewers in Cameroon. So I'm
great.
So sure that today on this program, our Cameroonian will like, yay, ours is here. Right. Especially this talking about your agency that is keying into the aspect of finances. Africans, we are very, very creative. But what we lack most is this finances and all that. How do you connect this agency and also aging company, enterprise, for the viewers in Cameroon? What would you say that would give them reason to say, let them contact you and let them rely on you?
Okay. One of the things that I want to tell the viewers is that as an entrepreneur, you must not be good at everything. Yeah. Always try to have the appropriate support that can help you succeed in what you want to do. You can want to create a company, but your background is technical. It means you probably need people who will give you marketing support or who will give you financial insight. Sometimes you want to create a company, you come from the finance background. You need some people who can be technical consultants and so on and so forth. So for these business carriers, what I simply want to tell them is that sometimes it seems very difficult for them just simply because they don't have the appropriate support. Yeah. They can get to us, I'm sure, through you and through your channel and the numbers that they probably will find across the screen. And especially that even here in Turkey, I found wonderful people who have a heart for Africa, who have solutions for Africans, solutions that are really amazing, that I'm sure that if our viewers knew about, some of their projects would have exploded. So I think if they go through these contacts that you're going to surely give them, and which probably is on the screen now, they will probably have a beginning of an insight to the solution to their problems. As for aging is one of those enterprises that I love so much because it has a very big social corporate responsibility. For those who want to get close to this big industrial firm, the management of aging is very open to that, and it will be great for aging to accompany these people, and especially that in aging's vision and mission, they are also out to train young people and bring them to a place where they can be fully integrated in the professional setting.
I think you have an amazing vision, really. For those who would like to contact you, if you can give them a brief information on how to find you easily, especially in Cameroon.
Okay, for especially in Cameroon, I think the easiest way today is to go on social media. If they just use my name, Roland Nkemasong, that they see on the screen, they can find me on Facebook, they can find me on LinkedIn, and that will be fine. And then now, we'll be able to hook them up to the solutions or information that corresponds to the need that they are getting to me for.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Last question. How can you rate the business relationship between Turkey and Cameroon as a businessman?
As a businessman, I can say growing at a fast pace. In almost every sector of activity today, in Cameroon, and not only Cameroon, because I work with a lot of African countries, you can see that Turkish companies are succeeding to have a ground or a hold of the various sectors. What I can say is growing. I think what I can also say is that it is quite unfortunate that it looks like this marriage between Turkey and Africa is beginning a little bit late. If this had started maybe 10, 20 years earlier, Africa would have gone very, very far, because having worked with other countries and having worked with other overseas companies and countries, I think that the rating that I have for the Turkish-Africa relationship is super. It's magnificent. Super, I really encourage a lot of people to make use of it.
Thank you so much. We're so happy that you have a very good experience and also the positive aspect of Turkey, hoping that when you go back, don't forget to tell your people about NTR TV.
They will hear about it, and I want to say thank you to you and the entire team of NTR TV for the marvelous work. Broadcasting in all these 49 nations like you're doing also proves your heart to carry the right information and the right material to our homes back in Africa, so that Africa can also profit from this dynamism that I've seen around here.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate it.
The pleasure is mine.
Our viewers, if you're in Cameroon, don't forget to contact Mr. Roland for more details about his agency, and also you will get information about in terms of business in Turkey. I'm telling you, when it comes to quality, when it comes to good relationship, Turkey is the country. So stay tuned on NTR TV as we bring to you more updates on the business people coming to Turkey for business relationship. I am Esther James. Stay tuned. See you again next time.